Good morning, Amazon. Flash briefing.
Jamie, here's the latest from your flash briefing. In NPR News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Corva Coleman. A new House committee will hold its first hearing tonight to talk about the U.S.'s relationship with China. NPR's Windsor Johnston reports lawmakers want to ask security questions.
Lawmakers have been working to get to the bottom of the Chinese spy balloon incident. They've also raised concerns about China sending lethal weapons to Russia in its invasion of Ukraine. Tonight, the Select Committee will question 4 witnesses, including 2 former Trump administration security advisors. The chairman of the committee, Republican Mike Gallagher, says the panel will highlight the threats that China poses to U.S. interests, adding that the spy balloon incident illustrates perfectly that this isn't just a quote over their problem. This first hearing is widely seen as an early test of whether the 2 parties will be able to work together in crafting policy and legislation on China. Windsor Johnston, NPR News, Washington.
The U.S. Supreme Court is hearing a case this morning over the Biden administration's decision to cancel up to $20,000 in student federal loan debt for certain borrowers. 6 Republican-led states argued that Biden exceeded his authority, and they want the action stopped. EPA Administrator Michael Regan is returning to East Palestine, Ohio today. He'll visit the site of the toxic train derailment. He'll also help open an EPA Welcome Center for people who were displaced. There, they can learn what aid is available to them. The director of Ohio's Public Safety Agency, Andy Wilson, says the state is ready to help too.
Whatever your needs are, whether it's from state health, whether it's from state EPA, whether it's from the State Department of Public Safety, if you need something, you ask, and we will be here to support you.
Teams are continuing to dig up contaminated waste from the derailment site. They're sending it to approved waste sites for disposal. Stocks opened mixed today as retail bellwether Target issued a cautious outlook for the coming year. NPR's Scott Horsley reports the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell about 130 points in early trading.
Target reported better than expected sales and profits for the final months of 2022, but the retailer says the sales environment is still very challenging. Target says customers are spending more money on essentials like groceries and less on other merchandise, echoing comments from its rival Walmart last week. An index of home prices in some of the country's biggest cities shows how rising mortgage rates are continuing to weigh on the housing market. Home price appreciation has slowed substantially in recent months. The Commerce Department begins accepting applications from computer chip makers today for tens of billions of dollars in government aid. That money is designed to encourage development of domestic computer chip factories. Scott Horsley, NPR News, Washington.
Stocks remain mixed on Wall Street. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down about 120 points. The Nasdaq is now up about 30 points.
All stocks aren't up and all stocks aren't down. It's always mixed.
Powerful winter storms are slamming into both coasts of the U.S. California still has blizzard warnings for its eastern mountains, and even lower elevations could see a significant amount of snow. The Northeast is also under winter weather cautions as well. A foot of snow could fall in parts of states from New Jersey to Maine. Scientists are wrapping up a 3-year campaign to study the inner workings of snowstorms east of the Rocky Mountains. They're taking a final flight through a winter storm this morning. NPR's Nell Greenfield-Boyce has more.
The research plane takes off from NASA's Wallops Flight Facility in Virginia, and it's loud. Science instruments dangle from the wings. One device takes photos of the tiny droplets and ice crystals in the clouds. The images flash on computer screens inside the aircraft. Christian Neri of the University of North Dakota sometimes sees perfect-looking little snowflakes.
They're amazing to look at. I mean, especially when they pop up right in front of you on the screen, it's remarkable.
This flight wasn't so bumpy, but some have been. This team has flown through everything from blizzards to icy rain, gathering all kinds of data that should eventually help improve future weather forecasts. Nell Greenfield-Boyce, NPR News.
Mexico's president says electric automaker Tesla is going to build a plant in the northern Mexican city of Monterrey. President Andres Manuel López Obrador says he spoke with Tesla CEO Elon Musk. Several Mexican states have been competing to win the Tesla bid. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News, from Washington.
Get into character while you get ready for a night out.
Skip.
In NASA news, NASA's SpaceX Crew 5 will answer media questions at 12:30 p.m. EST Wednesday, March 1st, about their time aboard the International Space Station. The event takes place prior to their return to Earth later this month. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson announced Monday Dr. Nicola Fox will serve as the Associate Administrator for the agency's Science Mission Directorate at NASA headquarters in Washington, effective immediately. NASA has selected Jacobs Technology Incorporated of Tullahoma, Tennessee, to manage launch infrastructure and to operate and maintain ground systems required for flight spacecraft processing at the agency's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. NASA and Blue Origin's Club for the Future will co-host multiple free in-person viewing events of the agency's documentary, The Color of Space, at historically black colleges and universities, conferences, festivals, and more nationwide. The documentary is a conversation between 7 current and former black astronauts, each of whom was selected. Members of the media and public are invited to participate in NASA's Imagine Aviation, a free, virtual event focusing on how the agency transforms research innovations into new possibilities for aviation for the benefit of humanity. Sessions run from Tuesday, February 28th to Thursday, March 2nd.
Cool.
In weather.
Amazon.
Off.
All right. Amazon, tell us a joke.
Superman walks into a restaurant. The manager whispers, "Dude, costume night's on Tuesday."
What the hell? I don't know. Have a good day.